from Kingston, Jamaica. Here we are in the Tourism Enhancement Fund's boardroom on Knutsford Boulevard, New Kingston, and we are excited today to bring to you this online workshop put on by the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation and the Heart NSTA Trust to support our partners, our stakeholders in tourism in their quest to get top-of-the-line staff and human resources to supply the needs of the tourism sector. The JCTI, or Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation, is an integral player in facilitating the upskilling and certification of our local human resource to ensure that it is fit for purpose in providing our hotels and attractions and other tourism partners with the caliber of personnel that allows us to continue to be competitive, continue to be one of the best destinations in the world. And so today is another exercise in partnering with our stakeholders and communicating with them on the opportunities that we have for them to have their team and their people do the certifications necessary and available provided by JCTI and the Heart NSTA Trust through collaborations with international accreditation bodies such as the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute, the American Culinary Federation, and others, to be able to create that win-win. Hotels that have outstanding service to our customers, and a team that is skilled and trained and motivated to provide said service. So we have had the speed networking exercise in March of this year, on March 31st, where we had over 20 directors of HR from hotels and so on who met with our team there at the Montego Bay Convention Center on March 31st. And we are pleased today for this to be pretty much a continuation and an expansion of that program of communicating with all our HR leaders and directors in the hotels and attractions for them to understand and see what's available for them. We here in government, we try our best to ensure we provide all the resources that our private sector partner needs to be able to do the best job possible. When the hotels win, then we win. When the attractions win, we win. When tourism wins, all of Jamaica wins. So that's what it's all about. And we have a team of experts here today that will guide you through a few hours of all the gems and nuggets that we have available to you. So thanks for joining us, and I hope your morning is going well so far. With us today, we are going to hear from Dr. Janet Dyer, who is the Director of Heart NSTA Trust. She'll be joining us shortly to give some remarks. And then we will also hear from Ms. Carol Rose Brown, who is our Director of the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation. Also, we'll hear from our Analyst of Recruitment and Liaison Services, Dr. Shelley-Ann Whiteley-Clark, who will be going through some of the certification programs that are available ready right away for you to benefit from. And with that, I will now go over to Dr. Janet Dyer, the Director of the Heart NSTA Trust, for her to bring her remarks. Janet?
Now to share my presentation with you.
Is that just me or online she's
Okay, good morning again, everyone. Like I said, I'm Janet Dyer, the Director Principal of the Hart College of Hospitality Services. And for this morning, I will be going through my presentation just to update you on the Hart NSTA Trust partnership with the JCTI and the work that we do as it relates to hospitality training and certification. First of all, the Hart NSTA Trust is built to before I do that, my presentation, I just want to bring greetings from the Hart NSTA Trust and the Hart College of Hospitality.
Welcome back. Sorry for the pause that we had just now. We're sorting out those technical challenges and we will be hearing from Dr. Janet Dial very shortly, not to worry. In the meantime, I wanted to bring to your attention that the Certified Guest Service Property Opportunity is something that we're also introducing today to the stakeholders in tourism. It's a great accreditation. A plaque will be given once you achieve the credentials required, and we'll hear more about that later on in the program. But it's an opportunity for properties here in Jamaica to have that international certified guest service property accreditation that I think will help to one, give you some bragging rights, and two, provide you with added information that can have potential customers trust when they're making the booking to your property, knowing that you are certified as a guest service property by the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute. Now, we recognize, because we have seen post-COVID where there has been quite a few challenges with the staff at a lot of the properties, and the Hart NSTA and the JCTI, we've been working assiduously to ensure that we fill that demand as quickly as possible. Of course, it's been compounded by the cruise lines hiring in large numbers out of Jamaica as well. And it's kind of a good problem to have, you know, if you think from a national perspective. You know, we're providing employment for a lot of our citizens and in the field of hospitality, which will all go well for having a bigger and bigger pool of available human resource here in the country. After all, tourism is our #1 industry, and it has the highest potential for growth. The other industry that's growing just as fast as tourism is the BPO sector, which is also a service industry. And so you can see where there has been quite a strong demand for service-oriented and customer-oriented human resources here in Jamaica. Now, thankfully, as a people, we are generally vibesy and full of enthusiasm and energy. And as a result, we're the envy of the rest of the world in some cases. What we need to do is polish all that off and ensure that it translates into disciplined, productive, organized, and high-end customer service delivery in the various expanding fields of employment opportunities and entrepreneurship opportunities that are here blossoming here in Jamaica, in the tourism sector, in the BPO sector as well. So we are happy to be facilitating this challenge, this good challenge, to overcome this challenge, to polish off our raw talent here in Jamaica and present it so that the tourism sector can benefit from it, the BPO sector, all our service industries can benefit from this cohort of polished, accredited, upskilled local population. So to tell you more about that, we're going to now go to the director of the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation. No.
Dr. Janet Diamond.
Okay, I've just been informed that we're going to actually make a second attempt at getting to the director of the Hart NSTA Trust, Dr. Janet Dyer, to bring greetings. By the way, I didn't say my name. I'm Dr. Kerry Wallace. I'm Executive Director of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. So the Tourism Enhancement Fund is the agency of the Ministry of Tourism in which the JCTI resides. So all in all, together, we put all our resources towards enhancing Destination Jamaica. In this case, we're enhancing the human resource and partnering with all our stakeholders to ensure that we get that win-win. After all, the hotels want to focus on providing good customer service, want to focus on getting increased bookings, increased average daily rates, increased RevPAR, those are the things that I know they want to focus on, and they want to have the resources available. And our job in government is to do all that we can to ensure that the public resources facilitate the development of our industries. So with that, I believe Dr. Janet Dyer is ready, and we're going to make a second attempt and go over to our director, Dr. Janet Dyer. Janet?
are going to
Good morning. Hi, I'm Janet Dyer. I'm the Director Principal. Good morning. I hope you're all hearing me now. I am Janet Dyer, the Director Principal for the Hart College of Hospitality Services. We have a very agile partnership with the Jamaica Center for Tourism. We have a very agile partnership with the Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation, where we ensure that our hospitality workers, both those going into the industry and those who are already in the industry, have the ability to access training in tourism and training and certification in tourism and hospitality. It is our pleasure this morning to be in partnership with the JCTI to be hosting this session where persons are able to hear of the products and services that we offer, as well as to be able to ask us questions for things that they are not very clear on. We are the Human Capital Development Agency, and for the tourism and hospitality industry, we stand ready and able to assist the industry in getting the levels of certification that is needed for our workers in the industry. We all know that tourism is our largest income generator for the country at this point in time. And for us to sustain that, we have to ensure that the workers that we have there are certified or in the skills that they are trading in the industry. So as we go through today, I want you to just listen to what we have to say, listen to the products and services that we have to offer, ask us the questions. We are able to answer the questions that you will ask of us. I'm here not by myself. I have my team with me also. So any question that I'm not able to answer, they will be able to answer the questions for you also. So at this time, I'm going to ask you to just sit back, relax, listen to what we have to say, and enjoy what Hart NSTA JCTI has to offer you today. I now hand over back to Dr. Wallace.
All right, thank you, Dr. Dyer, and always good to see you, and it's always good to have that kind of partnership with our friends at Hart NSTA Trust. We recognize that your mandate is, yes, for the entire nation. Us at the JCTI, of course, our focus is on the tourism sector. And of course, it's such a huge employer that, yes, we have kind of wrestled a lot of the persons over by heart and directing them into facilitating us in providing the needs of the tourism sector. To tell us more about that, we're actually going to go over into the role of JCTI by Ms. Carol Rose Brown, our Director of the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation. Carol Rose.
Thank you, Dr. Wallace. Thank you so much, Dr. Janet, for joining us. All the rest of you in the audience, really good to have you this morning. So let me start by telling you a little bit of the background of the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation. As Dr. Wallace said, it's a division of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. We were established in 2017 in response to for the government to establish a hospitality school. The idea was that in order to develop supervision and middle management staff to population sector, when we did our reviews, in 2017, we noted that there were 14 colleges that were delivering some version, some combination of hospitality, tourism, and culinary arts. But we realized that there was a gap. The gap was in certain kinds of certifications that had that were internationally benchmarked. And that was the niche that the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation decided to occupy. Our job at JCTI is to facilitate the certification of tourism workers here in Jamaica and very shortly in the rest of the Caribbean. The second of our responsibilities is to facilitate the certification of tertiary level students as well as recent graduates who studied hospitality, tourism, and/or culinary arts. Another of our jobs is to introduce tourism as a career opportunity to high school students. And of course, to support that, we have a summer internship program, which we manage, and to provide a repository of certified individuals across Jamaica. Very shortly, we will be launching a database of certified persons. Now, we don't do this on our own. The JCTI does not provide certification. We facilitate. We have local and international partners. Among our international partners is, of course, the JHTA. Of course, our partner, the Heart NSTA Trust, the Ministry of Education, the Ray and Nephew Academy, the Joint Committee for Tertiary Education, and last but not least, the University of the West Indies. These local partners drive our need to expand certification and help us reach their targets, especially those persons wishing to enter the tourism sector. Our international partners include the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute. I know that institution is familiar to many of you. The American Culinary Federation, and the Smith Travel Research, which provides certification in data analytics. To date, we are pleased that more than 10,000 Jamaicans have received certification at management level, supervisory level, and of course, line level. These certifications include certified hotel industry analytics, certified executive chef, certified hospitality supervisor, certified spa supervisor, certified restaurant server, and certified bartender, to name a few. These certifications are not easy activities. Remember, certification says that you know what you are doing. And as a consequence, when all of these certifications come with examinations, and the pass mark for the AHLEI is 70%, and the pass mark for the culinary certifications is 75%. But the importance of the JCTI is that we help you figure out how to get these things done. We don't only send you to take the exams. The JCTI, with our partner Heart, provides tutorial services. At JCTI, Shelley will tell you in a few minutes, we help with the preparation of your application. We help facilitate testing. We help facilitate resits for those persons who require this. And of course, we are very instrumental in ensuring that certificates are delivered to you. And of course, if you don't receive them, we ensure that copies are delivered to you. So this is why we believe we are an important resource, because we have the resources along with our partners to help your staff get this done. The other resource that we are in the process of expanding is the Hospitality Tourism Management Program. This is a program for high school students. We partner with the Ministry of Education, and over a 2-year period, graduating students receive the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute certificate in the HTM. They also receive an associate's degree in customer service, which is offered by local community colleges. We also provide these graduates with NCT vet certifications. Those are local or regional certifications. And successful candidates will have level 2 and level 3 certification. These graduates are available to the sector, to you, for taking up jobs in an array of spaces. As Dr. Wallace spoke earlier about, customer service is critical in every department. These people are ready for you to employ them. They are experienced, they have internship experience, they have a lot of 2 years of training and education. In fact, the next cohort will be ready by the end of July. And we want to ensure that you reach out to us and indicate to us that you want to employ these persons. They are anxious to work. They are anxious to work for you in the sector. The other program we want to talk a little bit about is our summer internship program. Next slide, please. The summer internship program is, again, a flagship program of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. This program is more than 13 years old. Many hotels have the benefit of having our interns. We pay them for a period of 4 to 6 weeks each summer, 2 cycles generally. And you have the opportunity to have these kids work for you. Now, why do you want to do this? You want to do this because young people in high school and college are making career decisions. And it is best if they understand something about the sector before making a career decision. And summer internship programs offer kids this opportunity to have a look-see into our sector before committing to it. So 600 to 850 openings each summer means that there is tremendous opportunity for you to hire our interns. In fact, many of your colleagues, I won't name names, have hired students for this summer cycle, and we are pleased to say they are doing really well at their jobs. Finally, as I mentioned, very shortly, we will be launching a database of certified workers. There is a little delay because our partner, one of our partners, the Jamaica Hotel and Tourism Association, has asked us to make some changes, and we are pleased to do that. The adjustment we'll be making it possible for employers in the sector to indicate what openings they have and to invite persons in the database to apply. This has never been done before. We really want to pioneer this. We need your support to get this thing done. These things are all intended to make the business of getting the best quality people on your staff complement to deliver the come to mind service that the minister talks about, that Dr. Wallace spoke about a few minutes ago. These are the kinds of things that can help you make that grade. And so I want to hand over now to Shelley, who's going to speak to you in more detail about the specific courses that are available, and importantly to you, the discounts that are available to all of you out there, whether you are large, medium, or small hotels or individuals. And so thank you, Dr. Wallace. We are at the end of my section, but just to ensure that you know that we are here to work for you. If you need something, please to call the TEF, and we will make it our business to ensure that it is done.
Thank you so much, Carol Rose Brown, Director of the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation. And as she said, we're going to go now into hearing about the exciting certification programs and the discounts that are available to you. Dr. Shelley-Ann Whiteley-Clark, the Analyst of Recruitment and Liaison Services in the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation, will now speak about those programs. So, Shelley?
Awesome. Thanks, Dr. Wallace. Okay, morning, ladies, gentlemen. So I'm going to be going through our courses, certifications that we have available. This first section, we're going to speak directly to hospitality operation. So we're going to start with our courses. First of all, we have courses available. Carol Rose would have mentioned our partners. So we're going to go through courses in relation to line level, courses in relation to supervisory, as well as our department heads and executives. So our first set of courses that we'll go through are our courses, and it will specifically say no prerequisites are required. So in a nutshell, once you are a hospitality and tourism employee, or even prospective hospitality and tourism employee, then these are some of the courses that we will have available for you. So we have our certified guest service professional. The course specifically is our guest service gold tourism. This course will prepare our individuals for the certified guest service professional. Now, the exciting thing about this course is that it is recognized worldwide as the highest acknowledgement of guest service excellence for hospitality and tourism employees. Later on in the presentation, and Dr. Wallace mentioned it also, Carol Rose is our certified guest service property or partner, which I will mention later. So the guest service gold tourism, just quickly, this course is about 2 hours, and you will be prepared to take a 1-hour exam which has 30 multiple choice questions. And Carol Rose did mention most of our exams from the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute is a minimum score of 70% to pass. Second on the list is our certified restaurant server. Now, at the beginning of the pandemic, we had over 200 of our hotel employees that would have completed this course. The certified restaurant server is based on the START program, which is our skills, tasks, and results training program through Educational Institute. This course covers both general hospitality knowledge as well as 22 essential skills areas specific to seating, greeting guests, as well as basic kitchen safety and sanitation guidelines. So this is really ideal for our restaurant servers. And we also have our bartending certification course. This course is offered specifically with Heart NSTA Trust and the J. Ray and Neville Academy. Roughly, the courses are in line with your operation. So the course is approximately 35 hours 1 week, but we are flexible. So the length of the program in terms of how many days, how many hours is really subject to your operation. So as Carol Rose mentioned, you just simply have to call us at the TEF, and we will definitely update you more on these programs. In terms of prerequisites, you'll realize that the qualifying, the prerequisites certification courses, so I just mentioned, qualifying will cover 2 aspects. It covers qualifying positions. So for these courses, 1, you would have to currently be in the position. And the second qualification is time in the position. Now, bear in mind that these are professional certifications and designations. So you would have to currently be employed in hospitality as well as be currently employed in the specific position based on the professional designation that you are applying for. So our courses that will require prerequisites from our supervisory level, we have the CHS, which is the Certified Hospitality Supervisor. The Certified Hospitality Supervisor program is very, very popular. So for instance, we just recently completed 15 supervisors at one of our hotels in Negril. So I will not mention, just so that we're not biased in the presentation, because this is for all our partners. So that's a Certified Hospitality Supervisor. And the prerequisite for this course is that you must be employed in a hotel for a minimum of 3 months, and of course you must be in a supervisory capacity. Now for our department heads, you will see that some of our courses that we have are the CFBE, which is the Certified Food and Beverage Executive. We also have available the Certified Hospitality Housekeeping Executive, which is the CHHE. We have the CHT, which is the Certified Hospitality Trainer. So all our training managers, assistant training managers that are there, this course is available for you. And we also have our certification in hotel industry analytics. As a matter of fact, we recently completed this course, both for our professionals that are in hospitality and tourism, as well as for our college instructors. Just to give you an idea, so we mentioned that these courses have prerequisites, so just a breakdown. So we give you a breakdown of the Certified Hospitality Housekeeping Executive. So notice it speaks of the qualifying position. So to be eligible for this course, if you are employed in housekeeping in the lodging industry, so that's the qualification. And the time in the position means that you would have had to be in this position for a minimum of 1 year. Going through, so we would have had the housekeeping executive, but more importantly, what we really want to focus on is the cost. So brilliant. So just wanted to give you a breakdown of our certifications. And of course, you can always go to our link so that you will have access to each of our courses and the breakdown of the cost. So put simply, our cost breakdown, well, number one, for the JCTI, if you go on, for example, our AHLEI website, one of the things that you will see is costs in terms of if you're a member, as well as cost for non-members. I'm going to speak later about the benefits of training through the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation, but this cost breakdown will give you a good idea. Now we get further discounted prices, and once we have paid, then as our partners, you get additional discounts. So our discounts is broken down in terms of the size of our properties. So we have 30% discount, and that would be for our properties that are over 100 rooms. Then we will move down to 50% discount for properties that are 100 rooms and under. And then we move to, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, 70% discount. Now this sounds like an infomercial. 70% discount. And that this is definitely to cater to our smaller properties, so 10 rooms and under. Likewise, the 10 rooms and under category would also cover our independent restaurants. So if you need more information, then you can definitely call us at VTEF. So based on what we're seeing on our screen in terms of discounts, we're just giving you an example of the guest service gold tourism course, which of course, once you're successful, you will be a certified guest service professional. So the cost that we get from AHLEI for JCTI is $72 US. Now, convert that will be approximately 11,199 Jamaican dollars. And as you see, at 30% discount, you will see that the rate is $7,839.13, and that goes all the way down to our smaller properties on the 10 rooms or our independent restaurants. It goes to $3,359, only $3,063. So ladies and gentlemen, that's our mandate. We are here to cater. So no more can you say, oh my gosh, it's too expensive, I cannot afford to. We have made it affordable for you to invest in your most important asset, which is your human resources. So our benefits of certification through the JCTI, you will realize, is that our certification programs, we actually offer support from our tutors. So we train tutors, and they in turn will assist your team members, will assist your employees to ensure that they are successful when they complete our certification programs. Because bear in mind, in most cases, the courses are available online, and what happens is that the courses are assigned to our team members, and our team members will study independently. Chances are they will study, chances are they will not study. Through the JCTI course offerings, our tutors are there to assist your employees so that they're more confident, and it's a better guarantee that they're going to be successful. It mentions scheduling because the idea is simple. It is based on your operations. So we are flexible. So training in terms of the schedule is really dependent on your operation. Notice it also says that there will be access to our certified persons through our hospitality and tourism management program, which Carol Rose would have mentioned. So we would have completed, coming the end of this July, we would have gone through our second batch of students. So it means that our database is made available for you, which is our next point. Database of certified workers with the ability to advertise your opening and also to receive applications. So it makes sense, ladies and gentlemen, apart from our discounted rates, the support that is provided for your team members will make them more comfortable and more successful, and of course, a much better asset to your organization. Now, Dr. Wallace mentioned at the beginning in his opening the certified guest service property or the certified guest service partner. And the key to this is simple. What's the prerequisite? Once all your guest contact team members have completed the certified guest service professional exam, that is the only prerequisite. And of course, as a successful property, you will receive a plaque. And the main idea is for this to be displayed in a prominent area so that all your guests that are coming are reassured that they will receive, as we say at the Tourism Enhancement Fund, world-class service. And of course, the application process, because the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation will facilitate and give you discounted rates for the guest service gold tourism program, then in terms of the application, because we would have ensured and can verify that all your front line guest contact employees are trained and are successful at the program, then you will just have to complete the application through us, and we will send this to the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute on your behalf. And again, another benefit, we do the work for you. And of course, with regards to recertification, we know and we're familiar with the fact that we're experiencing high turnover. So your certificate is really valid for a year. So at the end of your certificate, you will just have to re-verify that your new employees who are working in our guest contact areas are successful at the guest service gold course, and then your property will be recertified. Again, just call us at the TEF and we will give you more information. So I know that your air is full, but just finally, what is happening next? So what is coming soon? It is our pleasure. Ladies and gents, we want to quickly talk to you because you have been asking, and it is our job to ensure that we provide it. So, in partnership with the National Restaurants Association through their Serve Success program, and this is hot off the press, you know, similar to patty, just come out of the oven, this is it. We have our 3 core level programs, and I know that we're going to be really excited because this is not just for our hotels, this is for our independent restaurants. So you will notice on your screen our Serve Success career path. So there are 3 levels of professional development, and this is where you're able to help with succession planning. So it starts off at the line level. So we have our certified restaurant professional, which is designed for our frontline hourly positions. Can you imagine? Even our cooks. So for our properties who love to engage our employees in terms of cross-training, etc., then this is the perfect program. It covers our cooks, it covers our servers, it covers our hosts, as well as those of us who lead the teams in our food and beverage areas. So that's the certified restaurant professional. And then we move to the certified restaurant supervisor. And at this level, the program focuses on new and emerging managers, such as our team leaders, our shift leaders, as even our assistant managers. And then we have our certified restaurant manager. And this is geared towards our department managers. So whether you are a front of house manager, whether you are a heart of the house manager, whether you are a service manager, and interestingly, even our general managers can complete this program. Because let's face it, depending on the size of our properties, there are some properties where our GMs are even in charge of our restaurants. So in terms of the level of success, you can see there learning and certification pathways for the program, which will be on the next slide. Excellent. So it gives you an idea in terms of the learning suite. It tells you for the restaurant professional, for example, it will cover our front of house service systems, basic operations, pre-production, production. So you can see that one of the major differences between the certified restaurant professional and the certified restaurant server is that this course is not only geared to the guest side, but it is also deals with the food and beverage aspect in terms of what happens in the heart of the house, what happens in the kitchen. And then for our restaurant supervisor, then it more focuses on the eagle's perspective. So we're looking at the operation. So you realize that it covers managing the daily operations of the restaurant, leadership and communication, etc. And then of course, for our restaurant managers, it also goes into cost and financial management. So we know that as adults, especially, our attention span is just a wee bit small. So the program gives us bite-sized pieces. So this just gives you, the next slide just gives you a synopsis in terms of how the courses, so you see that the learning courses are organized in bite-sized modules, making it easy to complete training around a busy schedule. So no longer can you say, oh, the restaurant is so crowded, our team members do not have time for training, because it is also self-directed. And wherever it is that the team member stops, once they go back into their account, they resume from the very position. So, wrapping up, restaurants, hotels, you can add the prospect of professional certifications to the benefits. So now you can better attract more qualified candidates for the certified restaurant professional, or certified restaurant supervisor, or certified restaurant manager. So you're building the necessary knowledge and skills for your team members. I mean, see, my phone is ringing off already. I am in a presentation. Trainers, HR managers, I know you're excited, but we will tell you more about the programs and the discounted rates that we have through the JCTI. Okay, Doc, over to you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed it too, seeing all the opportunities. I mean, it's one thing to have these courses available for your human resources in your properties. It's another thing to get them at a discount. So thanks to Dr. Shelley Ann Whiteley Clark, the analyst for recruitment and liaison services in the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation, for giving us all those nuggets and good news about the opportunities for our hospitality sector. Now, we're going to go to question and answers later, but before we do that, we want to talk about the culinary aspect of it. That's such a huge part of the hospitality mix, and we have spoken a bit about it, and I'm sure on the website we will have some more information on that as well too. But I wanted to reach over to Dr. Janet Dyer yet again to get her to go through the role of the Heart NSTA Trust as an integral partner in providing the services to our hospitality sector. So, Dr. Dyer.
Hi, good morning again. I'm just getting my screen up so I can speak to. Yes, the Heart NSTA Trust. I'll do a short presentation as it relates to how we partner with the JCTI for our culinary courses. Now, the Heart NSTA Trust, we are built to sustain a globally competitive labor market, and we're here to respond to the demands and the complexities of the modern workforce. Now, we are just coming out of a merger, and this merger has set us to now become the economic driver, and that makes us more than a training entity. We are here to help all working age and retired Jamaicans, and you'll notice that I said working age and retired Jamaicans, to maximize their potential for work and national service. And in this, we advance the country's growth and development. As we move away from this, I just want to explain our services. We have our training and certification services, which is coming up shortly, because I think I'm playing bounce ball here. Our training and certification services that allows us to have persons access both training and certification. And it is under this arm of the Heart NSTA Trust that we partner with the Jamaica Center for Tourism and Tourism Innovation to get the certification in our hospitality and culinary programs. I'm quickly going through the other services. We have our job and employee placement system. And this job and employee placement system works on two angles. We have our trainees who we place out there for internships and work experience. We have our school leavers training program that young persons coming out of high school and wanting that exposure to industry, they get that opportunity to go into our school leavers training program. And then we have our graduates that we place in our job portal. And as soon as our partners, our industry partners, signal to us that they need employees, these persons are then recommended for interviews to access these jobs. We also have our MSME support. And the MSME support is where we support young persons wanting to start up their businesses. And for more information on that component of it, we can speak to our director for MSME support within the Heart NSTA Trust. We have our career counseling component, and the career counseling component deals with young persons who are really not sure of where they want to go, what they want to do in life. So our career and guidance counselors assist them in crafting pathways for themselves. Our mobile and prior learning assessment, which is a fairly new arm of the organization. And this is the arm that says, if you have prior learning in any skill area, we will assess you for those skills and certify you. And the mobile is added to it too, so that there are persons out there who they are not able to come to us at Heart. So what we do is we have mobile services that we take to those persons to assist them in getting their certification. Our adult education services comes to us from part of the merger. As you know, we had a merger with the Jamaican Foundation for Lifelong Learning and the National Youth Service. So we offer these adult education services to persons out there who might not have accessed the services at a younger age and are now ready to access these services. And we also have our skills registry, which is, we are still working on the skills registry, where we will highlight all our graduates from the organization, the skills that they have certification in, their parishes, and we'll tell you on the site how to make contact with these persons in case you need these persons for employment. Now, our access pathways to the program. What we have here, we have what we call our enterprise base. We have and the enterprise base training is that component of the training where persons set between the ages of 17 and 29. I think now for those persons under the empowerment program, it goes up to age 35, are able to access what I call a learn and earn component of the program. So this is where we have our school leavers training persons there. This is also where we have our persons who have mild disabilities are able to access our empowerment program. We do some training with them and then we place them in industry so that they are able to learn on the job and earn at the same time. We also have our apprenticeship program, where persons can now access the 4 tiers of our apprenticeship program. We have our institution-based program, our community-based program, and our adult and continuing education. I lump these 3 together because these are the 3 programs that you access training towards certification. And it should be noted that all persons accessing training here must be 17 years and above. Now, once you are able to access the training there, then we can go to your work experience placement or your entrepreneurship and business development, which I spoke about not long ago, through the MSME component, or through our job placement facility here. And with these, from entry to exit, we are preparing persons to meet the global competitive workforce that we have out there. Now, just to go a little further to say how heart and the tourism industry works together, 19 to 20% of our approximately $3 billion training budget is focused on hospitality and culinary training. Now, our training here, it ranges from levels 1 to level 6 with our high-level programs through our external partnerships and MOU. And it must be noted that the Heart NSTA Trust is the largest provider of training and certification for the Jamaican tourism sector. Now, what we do is, as we move into our high-level training and certification, and here I note our chef, from our chef to our executive level chef programs. We do most of these programs in collaboration with the Jamaica Center for Tourism and Innovation, and by extension, the American Culinary Federation. And our intention here is to seed a succeeding generation of Jamaican executive chefs to stem the disparity between line and managerial staff in the culinary realm. And with this, our partnership with the JCTI establishes a platform for the entry and the celebration of Jamaican cuisine on the world stage. Now, our impact on Jamaican tourism. Here, we are the face of the tourism industry. And this is evident wherever we go in Jamaica, and I'm going to dare say across the world, we will find a College of Hospitality graduate working in various positions of both supervision, management, and line level in the hospitality industry. Now, our certification arm is the National Council on Technical Vocational Education and Training. And the NCTA was established in 1994 under the auspices of the amended Heart Act. Now, they are responsible for granting certification for the National Vocational Qualification of Jamaica. That's the NVQJ, and the Caribbean Vocational Qualification of Jamaica, as well as job certification. Now, as an organization, we provide training in 3 formats. We have our customized programs, and our customized programs can range from industry saying to us that, well, this is a new and emerging program, and we would want the Heart NSTA Trust to lead out on the training and certification of persons in this program. So we customize program to the needs of the industry. We have our job qualifications that allow our persons who wants to be certified in a job, not a full NVQ, but a job. And when I say a job, we have the housekeeping qualification. I'll just use that as an example. And from that, you can qualify yourself as a room attendant, as a public area attendant, as a laundry attendant, instead of doing the entire program. When we look on the culinary side, we see you can now certify yourself as a garde-manger. You can certify yourself as a baker instead of going for the entire pastry chef course. So this is what our job qualifications are all about. And then we have our full qualifications that speaks to the person now completing an entire qualification. A commis chef qualification, where the person would go through all the 8 areas of the kitchen to become certified as a commis chef. But I don't want to be a commis chef. I want to be a breakfast cook, so I can do the job qualification and become certified as a breakfast cook. So this is how, as an organization, we have now broken our full qualifications into job qualifications, enabling our hospitality workers to be able to get their certification in their area of skill. Now, when we look at the tourism side of it, we partner with the JCTI to do a host of programs. I know Dr. Clark would have spoken about those programs in her presentation, but just to quickly note some of the programs, we have our Serve Safe Manager. We have our Certified Guest Professional, our Certified Hospitality Supervisor, Certified Hospitality Educator, and a host of other programs in the hospitality side of it. On the culinary side of the program, we are able to offer programs in partnership with the American Culinary Federation through the Jamaica Center for Tourism. So, Ms. Grant, what is it? Through the Jamaica Center for Tourism and Innovation. This program now allows our young persons as well as our persons in industry to certify themselves as certified culinarians, certified working pastry chef, certified sous chefs, certified executive chefs. And we do all of these in partnership with the Jamaica Center for Tourism and Innovation. Now, our institutions within HEART that offers culinary and hospitality programs, they're here. We have our Beechamville Institute, our Buff Bay, Culloden, the Hart College of Hospitality Services, our Kenilworth Academy, our LEAP Center in Kingston, our Loydesville Training Center in St. Catherine, our Petersfield Training Center in Westmoreland, our Port Maria Training Center in St. Mary, our Old Harbor Training Center in St. Catherine, Seaford Town in Westmoreland, our Southeast TVET Institute in St. Elizabeth and Manchester, and our Stony Hill Academy. So these are the areas that offer. Now, to look at the impact of Jamaican tourism from the perspective of us here at HEART Trust, our return on investment is not what the trainee has to offer the organization upon completion of training, but it is what that trainee has to offer the industry once they have completed. And I use an example here. To train a commis chef for approximately 9 to 12 months, it costs us as an organization approximately $232,000 to be able to do that. This commis chef going into industry and being able to earn a basic salary of $15,000 per week is going home with $780,000 per annum. So for us as an organization, this is an excellent return on the investment that the organization has put into that trainee out there. Now, as for the organization, we have moved on to what we call the digital age. we are now offering our certification using the digital format. And for this component of it, our trainees are now able to easily share their credentials and to be able to post them online directly from the wallet app. So for these digital certs, it comes to you digitally, but if you wish to have hard copies of these certificates, you may also apply to the organization for the hard copies. Continue being in the digital age. We also have our Heart on the Go app. And the Heart on the Go app provides details of programs, when and where these offerings are available, how to apply, the frequently asked questions. It gives you the GIS map of all our location, our job placement, areas, as well as how to gain immediate telephone access to our institution using the 1-800 HEART number. So we are going digital. So for you to contact us at HEART for any other information, you can call our Customer Engagement Center. The toll-free line is 888-432-7868, or email us at info@heart-nta.org, or visit our website, or just simply dial 1-88-HEART, and you'll be able to get your information. Thank you for listening and to what we have to offer and our partnership with the Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation. I now hand back to Dr. Wallace.
Thank you so much, Dr. Janet Dyer, Director of the Heart NSTA Trust. And I was particularly excited about the digital wallet where you hold all your certificates and so on. I mean, I think it's heartwarming to see that we are moving away from the hard copies and getting to the stage where everything is efficient, electronic. You can forward them easily, you can store them easily, you have them access to them. You don't have to be digging up under your bed or in drawers to find your certificates. You just have them all together in a digital wallet. In fact, that's one of the opportunities we have in the year 2022, where we're moving so much into the use of technology to allow our tourism partners, when we do get that database finally launched, we will have the latitude where you can select based on geography, select based on other filters, such as the actual qualifications and roles that you want. And that can just save you so much time and energy of going through copious amounts of papers, of applications, and so on. So it should increase our efficiencies. It should improve the fit of the position with our available human resources out there. And we look forward to everyone benefiting from those increases in efficiencies. Now, we want to make this dynamic, and so we have a slot for question and answer. And so prepare your questions, and while you're doing that, we're just going to have Dr. Shelley and Whiteley Clark go through some of the culinary courses that we have available as well. So, Shelley?
Okay. Thanks, Dr. Wallace. All right, ladies and gents, so we're almost there, wrapping up. So just want to briefly speak to you about our culinary offerings. Earlier, we would have spoken about our hospitality-related certifications and courses, as Dr. Dyer would have also mentioned. So we're going to just go briefly to our culinary certification. So our major partner for our culinary certification is through, double whammy. the American Culinary Federation, ACF, which is on the next slide. So just to give you an idea, and of course, as we would have mentioned for our hospitality programs as well, is that once our candidates are successful with our certifications, through our partner, the Heart NSTA Trust, they would also, with completing the necessary paperwork, get the equivalent certification as well. So dual certification is definitely the way. So through our partner, the American Culinary Federation, I will just say ACF, moving forward, in terms of our certification levels. So if you see on the slide that I made a distinction in terms of savory versus pastry certifications. So from our savory perspective, starting, so this is in terms of our culinary ladder, we have our certified culinarian. Then we move to our certified sous chef, and we also have our certified executive chef. From our pastry perspective, we have, starting from line level, our certified pastry culinarian. Then we move to our certified working pastry chef. And then the highest level for pastry with ACF is the certified executive pastry chef. With regards to the prerequisites for our culinary program, so at the line level, so from our certified culinarian and our certified pastry culinarian, our prerequisites in terms of education combined with experience, as well as our 30-hour course requirements. Now, from an educational perspective, because the course covers both culinary students, most of the time it will be our final year culinarians, as well as for our culinarians that are working in the industry. So from an educational perspective for the both line level programs, for the students, you would have had to complete 1 year certificate in culinary studies, and of course 1 year work experience. Or for our students that are studying their associates or their bachelors, from an educational perspective, then you would have completed your associate's degree in culinary studies. Of course, a transcript would be needed to verify same. In terms of experience, so our experience from ACF perspective, and this is important for our listeners to understand that the prerequisites have nothing to do with the JCTI. The prerequisites are specific to our partner, the ACF. So, you know, sometimes in Jamaica, you know, you think you know somebody who knows somebody and say, no man, put in something for me. No. Integrity is important. So these are the standards through ACF. So in terms of experience, for those persons that are working in the industry, but you've never formally studied in terms of a certificate or an associate degree, then the minimum requirement would be 2 years working as a culinarian in the industry. And of course, what would be needed to verify this would be a job letter from your specific organization. And notice it also speaks of a 30-hour course requirement. Again, one of the benefits of being certified through the JCTI is that what we have done in partnership with the Heart NSTA Trust. So on island, we have our certified culinary educators. Now, the Heart NSTA Trust, from our recollection, up to date, is the only institution in Jamaica that has certified culinary educators. And so in partnership with the Heart NSTA Trust, the 30-hour course requirement, once you apply through the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation, this is covered over a 3-month or a 12-week period. So the nutritional course, safety and sanitation, and the supervisory management course is covered with our tutors over this 3-month period. So again, this is only when you go through the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation. With regards to our supervisory level for the certified sous chef, the certified working pastry chef, in terms of education, a minimum of an associate degree in culinary arts, and this would be combined with a 3-year entry-level culinarian or pastry culinarian. Notice it says that for these 3 years, at least 2 of these years must be in a supervisory position, whether you're supervising a shift or supervising a food station. And of course, a job letter would be needed for proof of this. Now you're wondering, okay, so what if I do not have an associate degree in culinary arts? Then you would, of course, have to have a minimum of 5 years working experience, and 2 of these years must be in a supervisory position to qualify for the CSC, the sous chef or the certified working pastry chef. And of course, through the JCTI and our tutors from the Heart NSTA Trust, the 30-hour course requirements would be covered over the 12-week period. Again, you're wondering, okay, with all this work, how much is it going to cost? So again, we've done just a breakdown. Now, with ACF, the fees that are paid is twofold. It covers the cost of the certification, but it also covers a 1-year membership with ACF. And as a member of ACF, you will have access to all the resources that ACF has, and of course, you're able to keep up to date with all the trends that are happening in terms of the culinary and gastronomy world. So just to give you an idea of the breakdown again, our cost has to do with the size of the property. So the larger properties, 30%, under 100 rooms, 50%, and of course under 10 rooms, or our independent food operators would benefit from a 70% discount. So to give you, so it doesn't matter the level, so whether it's from the basic certified culinarian or pastry culinarian all the way up to a certified executive chef or certified executive pastry chef, the rate that we get is $300 US. Of course, that would be, if you're going through certification independently, you're talking about roughly 46,500 Jamaican dollars, which does not include getting a tutor, it does not include the cost of ingredients, and of course you would have to be flying overseas to a workshop that is currently happening in terms of testing. So again, you will see the cost breakdown from the $32,550 at a 30% discount and going down to $13,950. Just to mention that you would have seen on our social media pages in terms of our upcoming American Culinary Federation batch. Now, we realize, ladies and gents, that the entire Jamaica is enthused, but bear in mind the prerequisites. So no disrespect if you're aspiring to become a culinarian, but bear in mind that if these prerequisites are not met, then you would not be shortlisted for the upcoming pre-screening. So you have to meet the minimum requirements in order to be pre-screened for the next American Culinary Federation training that is coming up. So again, finally, in terms of the benefits of being certified as a culinarian, again, as I mentioned, the tutors are there for you, and believe me, they work very hard to ensure that, because usually if you're doing culinary certifications independently, you would have to get your own resources, research your materials to study for the written test. We did all of that for you. So we have the resources available that will be made available to you. Now for your testing for ACF, it's twofold. There is a written examination, and for those candidates that are doing the basic certified culinarian, again, the benefits of being certified through the JCTI is that never ever before there is actually a Caribbean version of the written examination. This was piloted last year. So again, your tourism dollars working for you. So there is the written component of the examination, and there is the practical component of the examination. And again, we actually have 5 local American Culinary Federation evaluators that are based on island. So kudos to us in Jamaica. Again, benefit of being certified through the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation is that we also assist our candidates in the purchasing of the ingredients that are needed for testing. So not all the ingredients, but the more expensive, we assist in providing those for you as well. Again, scheduling, we do that through our Heart NSTA Trust tutors. Again, access to our upcoming database. And of course, we're there to support you. So we have a batch that is coming up shortly for American Culinary Federation testing. We look forward to working with you, and we thank you. And I am going to hand over to Dr. Wallace and then to Carol Rose.
Okay, lovely. Thank you so much, Dr. Shelley and White Clark, Analyst Recruitment and Liaison Services at the Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation. Exciting opportunities for certifications. We heard of the hospitality ones earlier, and she just went through the culinary ones with our partner, the American Culinary Federation. So bearing in mind that these are international certifications that the globe recognizes, and so to ensure your staff is encouraged, ensure your staff believes that you are investing in them, and as such they will stay longer with you. I believe that the science has proven that when you invest in upskilling them and training them, then they are more loyal to you as well. So it's very important. We've had the discounts to make it easy on you to provide those services to our hospitality sector. We know that it's also the prerequisites start out from zero. So the baseline staff member who may just have stumbled into tourism, it's an opportunity for you to lock them in by giving them that initial certification in customer service gold and in whether it's bartending services and the other that don't even require a prerequisite. And what happens then is that they are vested. They are in the research on persuasion techniques. There's one technique called consistency, and once persons get themselves involved in one aspect of a career and so on, they feel committed and they become more loyal to that and are more willing to pursue that career path. So this is a good opportunity for you to recognize that it's an easy first rung of the ladder for you to provide for your staff members in your hotels, in your restaurants, in your attractions. At this point, we're going to open up for question and answers. I believe it helps us to be interactive and to learn exactly, well, first to make sure that we're on the right path, and secondly to understand the concerns that you may have so that we can tweak to if we need to tweak, perhaps it's just providing the information. Otherwise, we may need to tweak to make sure it's as suitable and user-friendly as possible. So with that, I'll just open up for questions now. And I believe we do have some that came in online, so we're going to have Carol Rose read them out and then provide the answers.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Wallace. We have a couple of questions which we want to address. The first is from Instagram. Are we providing training for the audiovisual and event production industry? Actually, we are not. It is not our bailiwick. Our division inside of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, the Linkages Network, provides certification for disc jockeys, and they are in the process of developing skills training for the entertainment sector, but not in the audiovisual or event production as yet. It's something possibly we should all think about. Dr. Shelley, the next one.
Okay. Again, from Instagram at TrueVine, your question, where can we find qualifications for the program? I'm not sure if you're referring to our hospitality related programs or our culinary related programs. So I will try to answer from both perspectives. So our certificate courses that we offer, from the professional certifications in terms of qualifications, because they are professional designations, there are some courses that will have prerequisites. There are some courses once you are employed, well, no prerequisites are required. So for our professional designations, the key for qualification is that you need to be currently working in the position. So for example, if you want to do the certified hospitality supervisor, then you must be in a supervisory capacity or a team leader, and you must be employed in the hotel sector specifically for the certified hospitality supervisor. And then of course our programs that are upcoming, like the certified restaurant supervisor, then you would have to be in that specific position. Is Dr. Dyer still online?
I believe so.
Because then I could also let Dr. Dyer cover the question in terms of qualifications for some of the Heart NSTA Trust programs. Dr. Dyer?
Supervisor or a restaurant manager or also a team leader. If the person has the requisite work experience in that area and requires certification, that person will also be considered for training and certification, but they would have had to cover the what we call the hands-on, the experiential learning hours that is required in the course itself. Or low-level courses, basically there are no requirements for our low-level courses because they are training and certification. If it is someone who is currently in the industry and requires prior learning certification, then we will treat with those persons who are currently in industry. They will have to develop a portfolio of what they do, what they're currently doing in industry, what they have done. And then they have to do what we call their present project, and then defend that project to prove their competence before they can be certified.
Thanks. We have from Petrina. We have a question from Petrina Fagan on YouTube. Is Culinary training an online training program? The answer is yes and no. the culinary certification requires that you complete 2 examinations, one written exam and one practical exam. Now, for the most part, the information required to complete the written exam can be delivered online. But in respect of the practical exam, that is to say where you have to cook a meal for the evaluators, you really need to be practicing those skills in a kitchen, because you would then be at work as a cook, and therefore it is necessary for you to have that access. It's not something we can deliver online. We can't teach you how to cook digitally, not yet anyway. So you must be in a kitchen. You must have access to a kitchen where you can practice the skills necessary to pass the practical exam. For example, you have to have some very important knife skills, and you have to develop those skills through practice. You have to be able to make a broth. You have to be able to deliver, and these skills, and this requires practice. So to answer your question, depends on the test. For the practical exam, you must have practical experience in a kitchen. We can work through the written exam material online. Shelley?
Awesome. And we do provide kitchens around Jamaica, centers around Jamaica, to be able to accommodate those.
The testing.
For testing.
Yes, and just to add, thank you, Dr. Wallace. In order to do your certification exam, your practical exam, we have 4 certified kitchens, ACF certified kitchens around the country. One at the Montego Bay Convention Center, one at Hart College of Hospitality Services, one at UTEC,
and Montego
and
Bay
one
Community
at
College.
the Montego Bay Community College. Now, if you are connected to any one of these institutions, you can then do the test at the center. If you are not interested in being the center, then as Shelley said, you need to fly to the United States and pay for access to one of their testing sites. So you must do that. If you're going to do it with us, those are the requirements.
Okay, there's a question from Sasha Lewis Roberts. I remember this name. She did CHS. On Facebook, her question is, I had requested the digital certificate and still cannot receive it. No, Sasha, I'm not sure which digital certificate you are talking about. I know that for the courses that are offered through the AHLEI, because they are online courses, I know that the certificates are available immediately, and you will always have access to those certificate courses in your AHLEI account. So Sasha, if within the next few minutes you could clarify which digital certificate, then we'll be better able to assist you. But I can ask Dr. Dyer, are you able to, from just in terms of the Heart NSTA Trust, can you just remind our listeners in terms of the process of applying for digital certificates? Doc?
Before I answer the question, we're going to ask Sasha to check her DM. A message was sent to her, and she needs to respond to the message. It came from Marsha Grant. So I'm also going to say that persons for digital certificates, they need to make contact with the institution that they did their course with, because there are requirements for their digital certificates to be sent to them. If we do not have a correct email address, the digital certificates can't go out. So I would ask persons who are currently awaiting digital certificates to make contact with us so we can verify their emails for their certificates to go to them.
The question comes from Jermaine Walters on Instagram. I want to be a certified chef. How would I go about this? Mr. Walker, you would have heard Dr. Shelley-Ann say earlier that right now, on our pages TEF, www.tef.gov.jm. There's an invitation to all persons who are interested in being certified as a chef. You may go there and fill out your name, phone number, and email address, and we will invite you to a pre-evaluation exercise where you will be able to submit the papers required so that we can figure out when and how to put you into a program. So right now on our website, go there and fill out your name, phone number, and email address, and you are in for the certification program. The evaluation exercise will begin shortly.
And just for anyone else, in terms of becoming certified from a culinary perspective, just bear in mind, ladies and gents, that for our students, it is free of cost. For anyone else, the discounted price is going to be based on if you're working for a property. If it's independent, then you would benefit from the 70% discount. But just to let you know that only our culinary students that meet the prerequisites will not incur an upfront cost for the culinary certificate. Anyone else that is going to input your information, just remember to read the prerequisites. Only the candidates that meet the prerequisites will get the information for the pre-screening. All right? Thank you. I believe that's all the questions.
I believe that's all our questions.
All right, so thank you so much. I hope the answers have been quite helpful. Remember, you can always contact us at the JCTI, and I'm sure Hart has your numbers as well. We have a lot of our information on our website, tef.gov.jm. So we're here for you. We're here to support. We're here to make you shine. And we recognize that when you shine, Jamaica shines. So that's why we work so hard every day. At this point, we pretty much just need to go to the vote of thanks, and Carl Rose is charged with that as well. And then we'll be able to free you to continue doing the outstanding work that you do for the tourism sector. So, Carl Rose.
Thank you, Dr. Wallace. We want to thank all of you who joined us on Facebook and Instagram and on YouTube, and of course on our Zoom link this morning. We are really, really glad you could join us. We're going to do more of these, so look out for our invites, because we serve you, or we're here to serve you. We want to ensure that you understand what we have to offer and the terms and conditions of this and the discounts we offer. We really promise to be in touch with you. We're delighted that you were here with us this morning. We also want to thank our leader, the Honorable Edmund Bartlett, for his leadership in the area of human capital development. It is one of his pet projects, and we are tasked at the Tourism Enhancement Fund with making that happen. His goal is to ensure that our sector is sustainable, that our people have the kinds of international qualifications are acceptable anywhere, and that make the delivery of our much more effective and of higher quality. More importantly, we want to hear from you. Please call us, call me, call Dr. Shelley. Go to our website. Dr. Wallace gave it to you, www.tef.gov.jm. Write to us, write a post, tell us how we can help. As we work to recalibrate after the impact of the coronavirus, we are here to help you. We understand that there are great needs in the sector for staff. Please reach out and tell us how we can help. Finally, we want to thank Dr. Wallace for being with us all morning. We really appreciate your taking the time with us, Doc. I want to thank our technical team from SURA, of course, our in-house team at TPDCO and TEF. And finally, thank all of you for joining us. Look out for this invitation to join us to talk more about how your tourism dollars work through certification of your human capital in the tourism sector. Thank you again for joining us next time.
All right, everyone. Thanks to the team from NCTA. Bye-bye.